So my guest today is Joseph Wunch, the CTO and managing partner of the BUS Venture Capital. You're welcome to Digital October.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for having me here, and looking forward to our conversation.
Thank you. And before the serious questions, I would like to ask you some a little bit funny question. How did you earn your first real money in your life?
My first real money, there were actually, one where I did some job when I was a student on the construction site. But I think the more interesting money that I earned was because as a student, I didn't want to serve some food and do some restaurant service. I was selling insurance policies because you could sell between 2 and 3 insurance policies a month, and you were covered for the whole month, and that was much more convenient than serving every night in a restaurant.
Great. And now, today, when you're involved in the corporate activity of the BUS Venture Capital, in what stages of the startups BUS Venture Capital interested in most in terms of technology, team, and traction with the market?
Well, the technology is a given, Anna. We have our agenda that's aligned with the innovation strategy of BASF, so that the technology is basically driven by the corporation. We are looking for, let's say, startups in a stage where they need to expand, where they need to bring some assets into the ground, scale up their technology. I have to say, we are pretty good in helping them to scale up their technology. We are not so good in the early phase because, to teach them accounting, to, set up the team, how do you do research, how you do the first marketing steps. We are not just big enough. And so therefore we have set seed financing. We can do it, but it's not our sweet spot. Our sweet spot definitely is more, engineering, putting some steel into the ground, helping them to scale up their technology, and or marketing, helping them to market their product. At that stage, we are really good.
So the team with the good track record and more qualified and prepared than...
They don't need a real track record. They need, technology that works, and we need to justify that there is a market for that technology. It's not that we would do just for research purposes and investment. It's always for, developing markets. And at the end of the day, it's all about business. It's not about technology. Well, technology is a big feature for doing business in future markets, but it's basically to sell technology into markets.
And what are the forms of cooperation between the startups and the BUS Venture Capital?
There can be many ways. Either they do a development together for a specialty that can be used by BASF or the company. But it also can happen that the technology is used by BASF. Just let me give you an example. We have an investment of a coating business for crackers, for the refining industry. BASF would not develop that kind of technology, but we are happy to use that technology and to explore that technology together with the startup company. So we have the benefit of taking the first look. BASF has the benefit to take that first look, and the company is learning from that experience and maybe can market that in other places.
But BASF investments focus lies on innovative technologies with a high growth potential.
Right.
And I guess that I'm sure that you're faced with such a case when the owner of the technology, the engineer, maybe, I don't know, didn't have enough understanding of how to commercialize this technology. How the BUS can help him? How the BUS can help him to find the right business model for the technology?
Well, that's a difficult question because it's always about individual perception. In most of our investments, we always have a syndicate. It's not just BASF helping somebody. It's always the syndicate trying to work with the entrepreneur, with the technology person to make that a real business. And, I have seen guys developing, taking on the responsibility and succeeding. But in most of the cases, you learn that the technology person, the founder, is probably not the right person to make that a big business. At that stage, you talked to the individual, and you basically, if he's ending up as a CTO or a CSO, which really is his strengths, be aware of your strengths, make that part of your business, and you still own your business, but you still have a decent amount of shares in your business, but let the business development, the market development, do somebody else who knows that, who's aware of how to develop markets. And so in many cases, we bring outside expertise in and have a COO or a CEO from the outside.
This is a good thing that you've mentioned, that there is no show like with the one man.
Yep.
There is always a
It's
team.
always a team. It's always a team.
And you're
Exactly.
also helping to find the right people, the right A team
Yeah.
for,
It is basically, we work with a lot of, people who are looking for, who have to keep HR research companies. But, the best way is when you have the entrepreneur, the founder, be part of that team, because he can still contribute and he has a strength in the technology side. And when you have him involved in hiring the business guy, then they can work as a team. And if they like each other, even better. But it sometimes also happens that the CTO or the entrepreneur is not taking on that role, and is just on the advisory board or is leaving the company.
Okay, it was the short talk with Joseph Wunch. Yeah, very much.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.